5 years ago. I have to keep reminding ourselves of that, not 4 years ago, 5 years ago. So a really good race could develop between Hayley Downs and Melissa Stockwell. And we'll keep an eye on Lisa Leisure as well, fifth in the grand final, the Finn, who was just off the podium behind the other two 5 years ago. But interesting stories, Mark. I know we have to be quite careful sometimes with Paralympic sport. I think the backstory is relevant. It's not something to be dwelt upon, but there's quite a big difference, I think, between those athletes who are dealing with a congenital disability from birth or from very, very young, and those who encounter an accident or go through an illness. I think that's a different level of psychological difficulty to deal with. And some tell you that they dream about still being able-bodied for up to 10 years afterwards. It takes them a decade to start dreaming about their life as it currently is. And what a story for somebody to be injured in Iraq, like Melissa Stockwell, and within 12 years, she's a Paralympic bronze medalist.
It's phenomenal.
Unbelievable story.
It really is. And right through a lot of para sport, there's similar stories. I mean, I was lucky enough to spend a best part of 2 years with the British para-triathlon programme, and just getting to know some of the personalities in it. I think what struck me the most is just how humble and nice the para athletes are, and they don't want help, they don't want preferential treatment, and they're just as happy to be here and getting the opportunity to race as the next person. And it is just a great group of guys and girls. And lucky enough to meet some of the ones from other countries as well. But I will say that the British para triathletes are so well supported as well. It's a great team. You go into the para team and you could quite easily be in the able-bodied team. The staff are as professional. The experts that have got involved are just as good. And the care and the time that goes into the athletes is really on par with the able-bodied programme as well now.
And I would say from an outsider's point of view, I've been fortunate enough to work on Paralympic sport for quite a long time now. It's not a coincidence to me. At the most recent Winter Paralympics, there were only 3 nationalities commentating there live. There was the Brits. I was working on the Alpine events. There were the Brits, the Japanese being the next summer hosts, hopefully touch wood, and the only other nation commentating live were the South Koreans because they were hosting the event. I don't think the two are entirely coincidental. That the athletes in Britain have done a fantastic job, and the support system around them is great. But I think we have an unusual level of exposure around the world. We give, and rightly so, and we should be doing it, and we should be doing more, which is why we're having a little go this afternoon with our 4 cameras, doing the best we can. I think we're quite close to the top of the tree in Britain in the amount of airtime that we try to give to Paralympic sport. I don't think it's a coincidence that we've got so many well-known Paralympians in Britain because we put them on TV.
That's it. And I think we do a great job of finding those personalities as well. They were telling me earlier that one of the guys has been on a well-known TV show in the last couple of weeks. Josh, in the earlier race, he's been doing some media on there and had 80 million views on social media or something. So yeah, that's great to see. And I think we spoke to Andy Lewis earlier, and when I first started the Power programme, he was like the beating heart of the programme, was the most vocal and one of the best performing athletes that they had. And he's got a great story to tell as well as Andy. And picking up on these personalities is great. There's some fantastic people in the British triathlon team, and I will give a shout out to Joe Townsend, who also a great athlete in his own right, who's in the wheelchair category, along with Jade Jones, who are not here. They're not actually racing, and I know they'd love to be a part of this race, and we wish them both well.
We certainly would. Right then, on this